Hey, my friend made a video, and I would really appreciate it if you checked it out because I helped him with it. I'll leave a link in the description as well as at the end of the video. Okay, go nuts.
It's been about half a year. Probably time for another rant. So, a lot has happened. I'm wearing a hat. That's how you know I'm having a bad hair day. 2020 is wild, man. I don't get haircuts that often, but even I feel like it's getting a little out of control. I haven't even properly done my beard just because I haven't really gone out in public almost at all. But I'll get to that soon, maybe, hopefully. So that's been me. Otherwise, I've been doing good. I've been able to lose some weight, which is nice. I've been trying to work on that for a while. I don't know why I'm giving you my life story right now. This isn't a diary entry. This is talking about me making memes. So let's look at those memes, shall we? So the last thing I posted after the last rant, well, the first thing I posted after the last rant was the Yai 500 submission for Jack's Films. This was interesting. Personally, one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It's up there. And I'm so happy that it was able to be the most successful thing I've done outside of drama. Literally, aside from that one video that I enlisted, because I'll get to that in a bit, it has legitimately become my most viewed video. I'm so happy for that. I feel like the jokes were not as funny near the end. You could tell as I was going along with the video that I was starting to lose ideas. But what was funny was really freaking funny. I am very proud with how that came out, with all the visual gags and whatever. I'm not even exaggerating when that green screen bit was me testing out to see if I could green screen it, realizing probably better if I didn't, but then left that in anyway because I thought it was funny. I guess you could say it's a commentary on people who don't know what they're... Whatever. People did that, but to a more funny degree anyway. Some of my personal favorite jokes involve the neck breaking, the cheated bit, the hi Sunday, that was and there were some people who really enjoyed the Apollo and Nepal jokes. I'm surprised people knew that was supposed to be Apollo. I look him up and I'm just I guess that's Apollo, and just use that as a reference. Apparently that's Apollo. I never went out of my way to look for a statue of him, but there he was. So I'm just yeah, I'll use it. And people thought that was the funniest shit ever, and I'm so happy that they got that. I thought people would like the Nepal thing more because it's actually a running joke with him, but no, yeah, I that makes me happy. But my personal favorite bit was when he says, "Oh, that's offensive." If you don't know what that image is, then I get it. It's a little obscure. It was a thing back in 2012. Yeah, I want to say 2012. There was a thing back then where there's this series like, it was made by the Fine Bros, and like that's back when I used to watch them when I was young and ignorant. They had this series called My Music where they wanted kind of like they were doing this weird experiment where they were trying to do like a live show documentary sort of series similar to like Jersey Shore or like that kind of format, you know, Kim Kardashian bullshit. And the gimmick was that they were fictional characters, but they had a real online presence. I never paid attention to that shit. I just watched the story. Just because Jax Films was in it. That's literally the only reason why I watched it. But like it only lasted for like 2 seasons. And it ended on the most random turn you could imagine. And I feel like it was done just because it would shock people. They had the 2 different intern characters make out and basically become a thing, even though there was never any hint at prior chemistry before that. It was weird. It just kind of felt like it was done because they were both loser. Like, one was more of a loser than the other, but like they were like the outcast characters, like whatever, but they were also like interns. I don't know. I just feel like they did just because it was like unexpected. It's like the Last Jedi kind of bullshit. I was like, oh, subverting your expectations, so it must be good. So it was kind of a weird, not good ending. So that's the context for that joke. I was really hoping that Jack would see it just for that joke and see how he would react. I would kill to see what his reaction to that would be. Would he remember it? Would he feel the need to comment on it at all? Like, it's been long enough, I feel. But whatever. Doesn't really matter. I thought it was... I personally found it funny. But yeah, that was that video with the... Man, I just went off on a tangent. That was the Jax Films video. I really liked it. And then after that, I did... direct quotes number 4. This video, I kind of felt obligated to make it because, like, I've been doing it, like, every year consistently, like, around that time, like, summertime-ish, June, July-ish, maybe August the latest. So I'm just like, well, time for another one. And I think it was that mentality that led to it feel like not as interesting as the other ones, I guess. Like, I look back at some of the old ones, like, I made a reference to how, well, this just, like, I try very hard with my videos to try and not date them in any way. But I made a comment about, I made a joke at the expense of Pro Jared from the accusations he was accumulating at the time. And now it turns out, like, God kind of just proved his innocence. And now I just kind of feel bad. So I take this as my formal apology for however you're willing to take it. My bad. GG Nori. So back to my actual video. Another thing I forgot was that I was doing themes around it. Like in episode 3, I completely forgot that I did like a whole theme about like musical quotes. Like I was like, oh, I'll do quotes from like books or famous. Or, no, I already did famous people. Whatever. So the way I'm looking at it now is every even numbered direct quotes video, I'm just getting quotes from either my friends or viewers or whatever. if you want to leave me a quote to use in a future video, you can definitely leave it in the comment section here. Just like let me know that's what you want quoted. Otherwise, you can leave comments on the last video. I think in the next one I'll probably get quotes from somewhere else. I'll have to figure out a gimmick, but I won't have to worry about that for half a year. So there's that. Yeah, I just kind of feel like the video came across as I was doing it obligatory as opposed to because I wanted to. And that's the worst kind of video. I feel like I was able to mask it pretty well, though. I don't know. I don't want to feel obligated to do those. Like, it's funny, but I feel like the joke has kind of run its course. So, I don't know. I'll try to make another one around the time it's supposed to, but it's very clear I'm losing motivation for that, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. So enjoy them while they last. I might just start to do them when I feel like it as opposed to yearly, but that could be like whenever. Who knows? So that's that video. Then after that, it was the update / celebration for 100 subscribers. Fuck yes. This was kind of a big deal. Like, admittedly, I've had 100 subscribers, like, for a bit. But, like, I didn't get 100 until, like, the Jax Films video. Like, just straight up, I was, like, around 90-ish when that happened. And most of that came from the drama video from last year with the Valley Folk. And it wasn't until Jax Films that I actually was able to break that triple-digit threshold. And it's really cool. The idea that 100 different people have, at one point at least, seen my content and felt interested enough to subscribe, that's cool to me. I like that. I'm still a little weirded out, because, like, a good video of mine will get, like, 40 to... Honestly, a good video would get, like, 30 or more views. And, like, considering subscriber to view ratios, that's actually really good. But I'm wondering, like, who's just subscribing for the sake of just helping out, like, a small creator? Because I'm curious about that. Obviously, no one's going to say that they are when they're watching the video, so that's kind of a moot point to think. But I've been really interested about, like, the analytics with my content lately, because I'm trying to make content that's enjoyable to watch, but at the same time, I have, like, no audience comparatively to most other people on the platform. So it leads to this awkward situation where it's kind of like, how do I get my name out there without being a shill? You know? Like, I normally wouldn't care about that kind of stuff. I mostly make this for my friends anyway, and, like, other people that just happen to come across me. But the thing is, I was going to bring up this point sometime later, but I might as well bring it up now. I have been thinking about Patreon. I know, it's blasphemy. The worst sin an influencer can bring about is a fucking Patreon.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I haven't actually done any research into it. I haven't looked into it. I've only considered it, because I don't know how comfortable I am with that. Like, the idea of asking people for money for content that they would get free otherwise, just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. Like, I understand why, like, people do it, because it's, like, the only way that they could do it for a living. Yeah, unless they're, like, fucking top 10 Watch Mojo lists or some shit. Then, like, everything's coming out of the creator's pocket. Like, they have all the incentive in the world to try and, like, retain audience attention as much as possible. A part of me is thinking, like, I wouldn't want to put Patreon credits at the end of the video, because, like, fucking everyone does that and no one reads it. I mean, to be fair, no one reads the credits of a movie anyway, so who knows? Maybe. I wouldn't want to, but if that's something that, you know, patrons would find as incentive, then sure. I really doubt that anyone's going to be like, my God, my name was in an Optical drop video. Like, no one's going to care. Like, realistically, no one is going to care. And, like, normally I wouldn't mind money. Like, I've been doing this for free for, like, I think I started, like, 2014. I started in 2014. I've been doing this for free for, like, over 6 years now. And, like, I've never really cared about profit at all. But a part of me kind of wishes that I at least enabled some level of monetization through the partner program at some point before they locked it to channels with 1,000 or more subscribers. Hey, you know, I'm a tenth of the way there. It's no big deal. Only took me half a decade. Like, that's the thing. I think the only way that I could reasonably gain subscribers in, like, a reasonable fashion is if I made some fucking video where I just go off and, like, talk about something either topical with, like, people on the platform, like jump on the I was gonna say wham-baggin'? What the fuck? Jump on the bandwagon and, like, talk about something topical that everyone else on YouTube is talking about. Like, the reason, like, legitimately, the only reason that the Valley Folk video and the Jax Films video are my most popular videos ever is because I talked about someone else bigger than me. That is the only reason. If I never did that, then I don't think anyone would have found me. I legit think that, like I was able to gain some momentum with my Fossil Fighters content because, like, there is a niche group of supporters for that franchise, but, like, it was only able to draw in as much as, like, that subreddit would allow, which is, like, it's so niche that it's, like, like, it's a fraction of people. So let's take everyone who's ever played that game, everyone who's fans, everyone who goes on Reddit, everyone who joined the subreddit, and then everyone who found my video, and then anyone from there who decided to support me. Like, the pool just gets smaller and smaller the more specific you get. But if it's just like, oh, I made a video on Jax Films, boom, his whole audience is open to that. Like, no joke. Or at least his audience who's willing to watch, like, videos creators are trying to make. Like, I'm not really that upset that I didn't get into the, like, I made it, like, pretty late in the time frame, so it makes more sense to me. That's more of a fault of my shitty internet at the time. Like, I was working on it all day, and or at least at the moment that I was made aware of it, And then, like, it came around, like, a certain time of night where, like, the internet was just shitting the bed, so I went to bed, and I woke up, and I was able to upload it that morning, along with some final touches and whatever. So I was able to do it within the deadline. It's just, like, I don't think I was able to do it early enough. Do I think I would have had a chance? No. Like, everyone that ended up in Yai 500, I feel confident saying they were better than mine. But it does fill me with a level of satisfaction knowing that his fans found my stuff and legitimately enjoyed it. Like, there were a lot of comments talking about how much, like, they liked it. And they noticed things that I didn't even bring up yet. Which makes me happy knowing that people are going to find, like, small little hidden details that, like, you would have to go out of your way to find. Like in my most recent video, I hid a Jax Films face somewhere in, I'll just say, like, the top left corner. And I doubt anyone's going to see that. But because, like, fucking 4,000 people saw my Jax Films video, there was at least one person that noticed that single frame of Roblox Jax Films. If you want to find it, check the comments. That's all I'm going to say. Thankfully, my comment section isn't that big, because, again, like, 4,000 views. Like, come on. That's, like, nothing on YouTube. Excuse me. I ended up talking about Jax Films again. I am just going in circles. I'm sorry, I can't keep a single thought process straight through unless it's scripted. Which, yeah, no, it's not time for that yet. But yeah, like, all that I want to ask now is, would you guys be interested, or at least okay with the idea of a Patreon? Like, would you either donate to it or just be okay with it? Would you be against it for whatever reason? I want to gauge what my audience would think about me, so, like, if you are watching this, like, please, 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 do me a favor. Tell me in the comments, what would you think about a Patreon? Because I would only do it if I can, if I get an understanding that my audience would be interested. Because otherwise, what's the point of making it? Like, I started a Redbubble, thinking, like, oh, like, a few people might buy, like, a sticker here or there. No one's taken anything. No one bought a single thing. It's there, but, yeah, no. No one, yeah. By the way, I have a Redbubble. That's what that. Another option is, like a workaround, sort of, is if I, like, there is not a moment in time where I will ever rely on YouTube as a source of income. Like, I will rely on YouTube to, like, maybe get me some extra cash on the side while I have a real job. The only way I can see myself doing it full time is with something like a Patreon, or with, like, some other dumb thing. Who knows? When it comes to stuff like the partner program, if I want to make money off the videos themselves, I would have to, like, I can't do anything until I get 1,000 subscribers. But that's not feasibly going to happen anytime soon. So, like, if I want to get to quadruple digits, then I'm going to need to either blow up significantly, or there needs to be, like, a meme about it. You know, like the subscribe to PewDiePie thing. Where it's just like you get like a bunch of people to subscribe to this. Like, or I could like run ads on YouTube. Be like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, subscribe. But I feel like that would turn off more people than it would turn on. At least when it comes to people of an audience that I'm targeting, you know? It's like, wow, this guy paid money to get subscribers. What a shill. You might as well just buy bots or something, but they're like deleting bots anyway, so whatever. I guess in the meantime, I can just say thank you once again for over 100 subscribers. We're actually like 115 right now, which is pretty insane. Like, having gotten like, I think around the time that video upload was like actually like 107. So like the idea of gaining 8 subscribers between now and then, for me, is a big deal because like that video came out 4 months ago. To get 8 subscribers in 4 months, like it sounds like very pathetic, but for someone like me, that's a lot. Oh, so it is pathetic. Okay, yeah, whatever. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, next video. Fossil Fighters Playthrough Part 2. Yes, I'm legitimately doing this. I like the memes that came out of that. I like the homunculi that is what has become of the professor. That was fun. Like, straight up paralysis demon shit. And I feel like the commentary I'm giving is funny. But I'm starting to feel like me actually playing the game, like, in the fights, is starting to, like, make no sense without a visual aid. And even, like, someone in the comments was just like, hey, like, game capture or whatever. It's like, and I tell them, I have no money. I have no money to spend on, like, a capture device. And even if I did, like, I didn't want to say this, but even if I did have a capture device, I would not know what the fuck to do. I just would not. Like, the only way that I could, like, reliably record something is if I emulated it or something. And I legitimately have the game, so there's no reason to emulate it. I was thinking maybe having a second camera recording the game while I play it, like from my phone or whatever, but one, I constantly like move around while I play the game, so it'd be awkward and stiff, even though I could feasibly do it. But then also, two, you'd miss out on like all the physical bits that I would do, I guess. But also, three, I've come across a very important setback when it comes to using iPhone footage. So there are a lot of hurdles to overcome when taking that into account. I do show the footage to the camera whenever I feel like I want to show something off, but like, I guess my intention with this was trying to do something like, oh, every Let's Player does this. They focus on the game and not the personality. And I'm just like, I want the game to be a vehicle for my comedy as opposed to my comedy being a vehicle for the game. That's my very basic original concept for doing that. I do agree that some of the like some of that context can be provided if there were like additional footage to go along with it. Because like I talk about like a focus sash at one point, and I'm like, no one knows it's because the enemy was left on 1 HP. But and so I might cut out bits that make sense, that make no sense without like seeing it. Like I'll try to do that going forward. But my intention with the video is to provide like commentary for fans of the game who are familiar with it. From what I have seen, fans of the original game do seem to enjoy this. I'm not quite sure what I'll try for episode 3. I'll consider using a second camera, maybe. I could invest in a GoPro. I could just like have it on my head while I play. But I look like so fucking stupid, like for majority of the video, just like having this shit on my head. Maybe that'll be the joke. Who knows? For right now, I don't have plans for secondary footage. Like, another reason why I make these videos is because I want viewer feedback. Like, if you like it as it is, or if you would prefer secondary footage to go along with it, like, let me know. I like it as is, but I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like it could maybe benefit with some context to go along with it. Like, again, like fans of the game have that context, but it's like, you know, again, that's who I'm making it for. Like, I just make the video, I post it on the subreddit. Like, that's what I do with it. I don't know when I'll make the third playthrough thing. Like, it'll probably be for, like, up to the next gym badge or whatever the equivalent is. Like, going up in rank, I think, is what they refer to. But, whatever. And then, the video after that, I decided to unlist the Valley Folk video from last year. I've expressed my reasoning, like I made a whole video expressing my reasoning. And I've been wanting to do that for a long time. But like, a part of me was like, oh, well, it's like the most successful thing I've ever made. Why would I enlist it? Why would I dampen, like, why would I hinder its growth? And then I realized, this is a bad first impression. This is like, it was never a good video. My intention with the video was not for it to be good. My intention for it was to come out quickly, to jump on a trend. I'm glad that I could move on from a video like that, because it's, looking back, it's not something I'm actually proud of. What I want to do is I want to make content that, even if it's not at the best quality, that it's something that, like, I can look back and be like, I like it for what it is. I don't like that for what it is. I don't really want to get into any more of the drama right now, because it's, like, everything I've said, everything I've wanted to say, I've already said before, technically. Anything that I could add would be either redundant or pointless, because, like, who cares anymore? So, that's another reason why. Like, I could say, like, oh, it was just relevant for that time, but, like, yeah, but I don't know. I just didn't like the way I handled the video. But I left it unlisted because I don't want to remove its accessibility. I still want people to watch it if they want to. That's why I provided links to it. But I didn't want it to be like the thing people go to look at me for and then judge me for that. If I want them to judge me for anything, it's like the videos that I'm more proud of. The Jax Films video, the prank vlog 756, whatever it's called. Like, stuff that I put an actual effort into and feel very passionate about for the end result of it. So that's what I want to plan on making going forward. Is like I'll have like side content that's easy to make, like the Fossil Fighters thing, direct quotes, rants, whatever. Like this is very easy to make content. But for stuff that I really want to work on, that I'm very passionate about, I want to put in like a lot of effort for it. And that's why like I haven't been uploading that frequently. It's because I've been working on a project on and off for so long, and now it's finally done. The Nuzlocke is coming. When? I'm not going to say. The Nuzlocke is finally finished. The video is compressed. The audio for the first 6 minutes sounds like shit. But it's done. And it is coming out relatively soon. I will give more information on that in a later video. I have been working on that video for so long, but I don't want to talk about it yet, because I'm not done with my most recent video that I uploaded. I just wanted to tease you. So, I think a good juxtaposition with the video talking about my resentment for the Valley Folk rant was, like, clearly me talking about, like, I want to deal with something that has higher effort put into it means that I had to make an actual video that looks good. Like, I had to just do that. And, unfortunately, that led to me having to, spend time putting in effort. I don't mind it. It took like a day. It was like no big deal. But yeah, I like how it came out. I actually finished it. I worked on it and finished it in August, but I wanted it to come out like a year after the year of that video. So like, I set it to premiere like even at the same time, 6 o'clock. So yeah, there's that. It's also just like, man, I do like the stylization that I like. You know how people on YouTube have like those avatars of themselves, like they have it either commissioned or they make it themselves or whatever. I wanted to do that, but like do a light parody of it where it's just literally my face. Like, what's the point of an avatar, you know? Like, what's the point of an avatar if it's literally just gonna be you? But it's like, that's kind of the meme. It's just poorly photoshopped versions of my face to showcase different expressions. And I like it because it's like, it looks funny. Like, I didn't try that hard to make them look good, and I feel like that's what added to it. Like, I put in a bit of effort, but like enough where it looks passable. Like, if I really wanted to sit down and try, I'd ask why. It's gonna be stupid. I might as well go all in with the stupidity. Or at least that's my excuse. So yeah, I'm glad with how that turned out. The video itself is going to be a little under an hour and 20 minutes. It's a long fucking video, but it is documenting the entire process of fighting the Elite Four. I put in a lot of effort for certain aspects of the video. Some which might be apparent early on and others might be apparent later, but it is something... Majority of the effort and work actually came about within the last 5 minutes of the video for reasons that have nothing to do with post-production, but actually pre-production. And you're going to see why. But I'll give you a hint. I have been teasing it whenever talking about this finale. And now it's finally coming out, and I'm so excited for it to come out. I'm so excited to be done. You have no idea. On top of that, I plan to work on a video after this one, which is going to be a highlight reel of all the best bits from previous videos in that series, and just like have a like best of compilation, like showcase all the important stuff, like whenever I get a new Pokemon, and just the funny bits, when I'm entertaining. So like it won't share the full context of everything going on, but it'll be like the stuff that people actually watch it for. The gags, the goofs, the bullshit. So I plan on doing that. I have some time to do it. Hopefully I can get this video done relatively quickly enough. I can't imagine it would take too long. It's just, I literally would just like cut up a bunch of stuff. I don't plan to make any intense visual editing. So that's that. Other than that, I do have some ideas for videos in the Odd series that I want to make. Who knows when I'll get around to that. But I also have another really big project that I'm working on, and I'm really hoping to get that done within this decade, hopefully. Maybe this millennium, if I'm lucky. It's going to be a big project. But now that it's taking up my entire focus, it is going... Like, that voice recording came out like a year... That voice was recorded a year or two ago. But, like, now I can actually, like, focus on working on it and whatever. Like, I'm so excited to work on that. Like, I don't want to reveal what it is, but it revolves around something that I'm very passionate about, and what that is about like I will say it's about the public conception of autism or ASD, and like I was saving to reveal it in that video, kind of, but I kind of already had to publicly talk about it for reasons I'll get to in a second, but I myself am autistic. No shit! Yeah, okay, yeah, I haven't heard that one before. But when it comes to my content, there's not really anything I make that I'm like, oh, I want to like change the way people think. I want to like be this big influence. Like I never want to think that, but a main reason why I'm making this video is to give a voice to a community of people that have struggled to say anything and be perceived for what they're trying to express. You have organizations like Autism Speaks that try to do that, but completely misunderstand the idea of ASD themselves and actually end up being like the PETA of that area, just without the extremism. Where they're just fucking hypocrites, is what I mean to say. So, that's the goal of that video, is to try and, like, again, like I'm calling it a secret project because I don't want to reveal what it is, what it entails, what I'm doing, but it's going to be, at minimum an hour, at most 2. And I'm going to be doing a lot of very specific editing for that. So a high concentration of editing to something of that scale is going to take a lot of fucking time. I want to get that done because I'm very passionate about it. Now, why is it that I already revealed that I'm autistic publicly? Well, one, I'm not hiding it. Like, I actually do not care to tell people that I am, because it's something about me that I am, and I don't really care what people think of me. It is Something about me that I cannot change, and I have no shame in admitting it. It's just a part of my identity. So it's not a secret. But, like, the other reason is just, like, why? Like, at what point am I just going to be like, hey guys, I'm autistic. Okay? Cool? like, under that context, who fucking cares, dude? No one cares. I wouldn't care if I saw someone do that. It's just like make a video saying they're autistic with no context. It's just like, cool, good for you, whatever. The main reason, however, that I decided to bring it up was because of a movie that was announced for February of 2021. And before I give it any attention, I want to establish, do not watch this movie. If you know anyone that is even vaguely interested to check it out, tell them no. Do not support that shit. Because it's the equivalent of, like, you know how people get offended by blackface because they're depicting caricatures of people that exist? That's what music is doing. Not the concept of music, the movie whose name is music. Because the main character's name is also music. First of all, that's very fucking stupid. I'm sorry, that is just very fucking stupid. But I tried looking into it. The film is 100% like produced, directed, and written by Sia, the artist. That one person that made that song about swinging from the chandelier. You know, that one-hit wonder. She also made that one music video about Shia LaBeouf being half naked or something. Who cares? I never really thought much of her. I thought she was okay. Like, her music was fine. Now I can confidently say it's hot garbage, because she has now single-handedly made the most offensive film to come out of the modern age. At least to me on a personal level. I have not been this mad about something in a long fucking time. Probably since the Valley Folk shit, honestly. And even then, I was just like... I was more... like... I was more upset on, like, a Bond level. This I'm upset on, like, every level imaginable. This movie has a great misunderstanding of what it means to be ASD. The trailer is only a minute long, but from what they've shown, it's hot, offensive garbage. If you want to understand my thoughts on it specifically, I made a post on Instagram. It's my most recent post as of the recording of this. It's a 4-minute long video where I explain everything that I feel about the video. And I also have, like, a collection of... like I mentioned it on my story, but I saved it and archived it on my profile, so you can check it out there as well. This film is going to be hot garbage. And, like, people were calling her out on this. People were legit calling her out on this. And then she gets all pissy. Like, oh, why are you so offended? I'm only talking about a very sensitive issue that not a lot of people talk about, and that's the reason I made it supposedly to begin with. Not to sell some shitty album. No, I feel like the concept of representation is getting muddled. People think that they could just shovel in whatever they want and call it representation. But representation takes just as much effort from a directorial and producing effort as much as it does from an acting effort. I have the confidence to say that the actress that plays the character of Music is doing the best job that she can with what she's given. And I have no ill will towards her. I could not care less if it was her or someone else, because you know someone else would do that. I do not care if the actress or actor has ASD or not. Because, quite frankly, Neil Patrick Harris is a gay guy that plays straight, like, misogynistic characters. And he plays those roles really fucking well. That's not misrepresentation. Okay, maybe a little bit. But it's good representation for misogynists. Like, he's good at playing that specific role. But he is not that himself. Like, if you're able to portray a character properly, then fine. Who fucking cares? Like obviously whitewashing is an issue considering how common it's utilized. Like, people are just more comfortable using white people to sell a movie just because there are more white people in the public consciousness that people can latch on to. Yeah, like, obviously going forward, making like as little whitewashing as possible is like a smart move. But at the same time, actors playing characters that they are not naturally, that's what acting is supposed to be, you fucking idiot! You think that Adam Driver is the same as he is in fucking Marriage Story? Of course he fucking isn't! That's what actors do. They convince you to think that they're something that they're not. They're professional liars. So, like, I have no issue with that. And according to Sia, she actually tried to, she tried to use a non-verbal person with ASD as the lead role, but she says that proved to be too difficult, so she just opted out to get, like, a traditional actor. Which I'm just like, that's even worse. That is even worse, you fucking idiot. Like, if you would have just, like, cast her from the start, I wouldn't have cared, as long as it was, like, a convincing role, which, like, her acting, again, doing the best she can, but, like, I blame it more on the direction than the acting. Because she acts what you would think, but, like, not actually. Like, they try to give her a personality. It's just, oh, I'm a cheery person. Like, that's fucking realistic. I need to stop myself before I get way too heated, because I could go on forever about this. But just please do not watch Music and spread the word. Don't watch Music. Hashtag do not watch Music. Please, for the love of God. I'm not one to spread like a cringy hashtag, but I can't. I just can't, dude. The fact that you tried and it was proving too difficult tells me that you didn't bother accommodating the original actress that you had intended. Or at the very least, like, if you wanted someone in the position, it didn't have to specifically be someone nonverbal. That's another thing you could have done. Like, there are people in the field that have ASD that, you know, could, like, that's what I mean when I say, like, I don't have anything against the actress. She, like, took the role and didn't know any better, probably. And Sia probably doesn't know any better either, but, like, the fact that she's, like, the fact that this is all her creation, like, that's the only person I'm willing to throw blame on. Like, otherwise it would have been like, oh, Warner Brothers, how can you greenlight this? No, this is 100% an independent film. It's gonna win an Oscar. It's gonna win Best Independent Film or something from some award. because it panders. And it trivializes how people with that condition actually behave and think. It is going to trudge those stereotypes through the mud and throw them at your doorstep and expect you to take care of them. I don't want to let that happen. Thank you for watching. Don't watch music. Get ready for the Nuzlocke finale. And I will see you next time.
Loud closing bit!